The Uniform Civil Code is a concept that has sparked intense debate and discussion in India for decades. At its core, the UCC aims to establish a single set of laws governing personal matters such as marriage, divorce, adoption, inheritance, and maintenance for all citizens, regardless of their religious beliefs. Its proponents argue that such a code is essential for achieving true gender equality, promoting national integration, and eliminating discrimination based on religion. The UCC represents a complex and multifaceted issue, touching upon fundamental questions of religious freedom, cultural identity, and the very fabric of Indian society. The current legal system in India allows different religious communities to be governed by their own personal laws in matters of marriage, divorce, inheritance, and adoption. While this system was initially intended to protect the cultural and religious identities of various communities, it has also led to disparities and inequalities, particularly for women. The UCC seeks to address these concerns by creating a level playing field for all citizens, regardless of their religious affiliations. The debate surrounding the UCC is not merely a legal one, but also a deeply political and social one. Supporters of the UCC argue that it is a necessary step towards creating a more just and equitable society, while opponents view it as an infringement on their religious freedom and a threat to their cultural identity. The implementation of a UCC would represent a significant shift in India's legal landscape and would have far-reaching implications for the country's social fabric. The call for a uniform civil code is not new. It has been a point of contention since India's independence. The debate resurfaces periodically, often accompanied by passionate arguments from both sides. As India continues to grapple with its colonial past and strives to build a more inclusive and equitable society, the question of the UCC remains a pressing one. Enshrined in the Indian Constitution, Article 44 falls under the directive principles of state policy. It states that the state shall endeavour to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. Though not directly enforceable in a court of law, Article 44 serves as a guiding principle for the government in its policy making. It reflects the vision of the Constitution's framers to foster a society free from discrimination and ensure equality for all citizens. The inclusion of Article 44 in the Constitution highlights the importance that the Founding Fathers placed on achieving a common set of laws for all citizens. They recognized the potential for discord and inequality in a system where personal laws varied based on religious affiliation. By including Article 44, they sought to guide future governments towards the creation of a more unified and equitable legal framework. However, the directive principles, while aspirational, are not legally binding. This means that the government is not legally obligated to implement a uniform civil code. This distinction has led to a situation where the implementation of Article 44 has been a subject of ongoing debate and political maneuvering, with different political parties taking varying stances on the issue. Despite its non-binding nature, Article 44 has served as a powerful symbol for those advocating for a uniform civil code. It provides them with a constitutional basis for their demands and highlights the importance of striving for a more equitable and just society. It also underscores the tension between the ideals of a secular state and the protection of minority rights, a tension that continues to shape the debate around the UCC today. Assam, a state in northeast India, took a significant step in February 2024 by deciding to repeal the Assam Muslim Marriages and Divorces Registration Act of 1935. This British-era law allowed for the registration of marriages where girls could be married as young as 14 and boys as young as 18, well below the legal age of marriage in India. This move is being seen by many as a progressive step towards aligning the state's laws with modern-day principles of child protection and gender equality. The decision to repeal this outdated law demonstrates Assam's commitment to reforming its legal framework and ensuring the well-being of its citizens, particularly women and children. By removing this law from its books, Assam has sent a clear message that it will not tolerate practices that are detrimental to the welfare of its most vulnerable populations. This move also aligns with Assam's stated goal of implementing a uniform civil code within the state. While the repeal of the Muslim Marriages Act is not a direct implementation of the UCC, it does indicate a willingness to address outdated personal laws and move towards a more uniform legal system. Assam's actions have reignited the debate surrounding the Uniform Civil Code across India. Some see it as a bold and necessary step towards achieving gender justice and national integration. Others, however, view it with suspicion, fearing that it might be a precursor to the erosion of religious freedom and cultural rights. The long-term impact of Assam's decision on the national discourse surrounding the UCC remains to be seen. In June 2022, Uttarakhand took a significant step towards potentially implementing a uniform civil code within the state. An expert committee was formed with the mandate to examine the existing personal laws and propose a draft UCC for Uttarakhand. This committee has been tasked with ensuring that the proposed code aligns with the principles of gender equality, social justice, and national integration. The expert committee in Uttarakhand is focusing on several key areas. These include ensuring equal treatment of men and women in matters of inheritance, marriage, and divorce. The committee is also looking at abolishing discriminatory practices such as polygamy, triple talaq, and the custom of iddat, which requires a woman to observe a waiting period after her husband's death before she can remarry. Another crucial aspect under consideration is ensuring equal property rights for Muslim women. Under the current system, Muslim women often inherit a smaller share of property compared to their male relatives. The committee aims to rectify this disparity by proposing equal property rights for all, irrespective of gender or religion. The Uttarakhand initiative is being closely watched by other states and has added momentum to the national debate on the UCC. If successful, it could serve as a model for other states looking to reform their personal laws and implement a more equitable legal system. However, the path ahead for Uttarakhand's UCC initiative is not without its challenges. The state will need to navigate complex legal and social hurdles to ensure that the proposed code is both constitutional and widely accepted by its diverse population.